Welcome back, everyone, for our final session in the Peppermint Room. And it certainly is an amazing one to finish our day of learning off with. So today, I just wanted to quickly go through and just remind you, you're all seasoned pros, you know what you're doing now, but we have our Q&A area down the bottom of the screen. I'd love for you to take the opportunity to connect with our speaker and actually add some questions into that Q&A area as you're going along and listening to her phenomenal story. And we'll answer those at the end of her presentation. Feel free to, chat up a storm in our chat area as well, located right next door to that. And while you are chatting up a storm, I'd love if you could just put a little happy birthday post to someone that's very, very special in this room today. So Mr. Dylan Petty is actually celebrating his 30th birthday, and he is spending it all with us, supporting me as the most amazing co-host. So feel free to add something in there just to wish him a happy day as well. So I'm just going to go through and actually introduce our final speaker, and her story will move you and leave you so inspired. So we have our beautiful diamond leader, Anastasia Adam. Being a wellness advocate with doTERRA has really allowed Anastasia to earn an income while being a stay-at-home mum with two beautiful little wonderful girls. She started her business with a 10-week-old baby and a dream, and she then hit platinum with another newborn 2 years later. doTERRA has really allowed her to change the life of others whilst having time to balance and actually spend with her family. And she's going to go into more detail today with that as well. I think that you will find her an incredibly inspiring leader, and she is so open and so warm and so freely gives herself to others. We're in for a real treat here. And Anastasia, I could not be more honoured to have you here and be sharing this session with you. I just can't wait to shine a light on your beautiful story.
Kim, you are just such a light, aren't you? Always making us feel so special, and thank you so much. That means the world to me. And thank you for everybody joining. I can see the chat and it's just so beautiful, and you are actually making me really emotional before I'm even getting started. I guess I just want to share a little bit about my story with you today. And it goes back before doTERRA. So I had a business with my family, which is selling businesses. So I got a good view of what kind of businesses are amazing and what kind of compensation plans are incredible. And when I was fortunate enough, this is going to be too emotional to go through with you guys. All right. But while I was running that business, I was fortunate enough to fall pregnant after many years of trying and not being able to, and miscarriages. And through my pregnancy at 39 weeks, I had a day where I couldn't really feel my baby moving, and I went to get checked up. I went to the hospital and I heard those earth-shaking words that your baby's heart is not beating. So
you've got this, Anastasia. I'm incredibly proud of you. Keep going, beautiful.
So it obviously shook up our life, and I had a little beautiful boy. We named him Angel, and I couldn't go back to work. Okay, so I couldn't go back to that business, and it was just too hard. I had to learn to live again. It was really, really important for me to just learn to eat, have a shower, and walk to the letterbox. And I was fortunate enough, God bless, whatever's out there, that 6 weeks later I was pregnant again. And that on its own had its own challenges and, fears and stuff like that. And when she was just 10 weeks old, beautiful Kim told me about this business opportunity and these essential oils that I could use to live a low tox lifestyle to support my family and my baby. And I really was not up for it. I was not up for a business opportunity. I was not up for talking to people. My fears were just massive. I can't tell you how many times we just ripped that baby out of her cot to make sure she was still alive. how many times I laid on my husband's chest in the middle of the night to make sure he was still breathing. It was a really, really hard time in our life. It really, truly was. And I knew I couldn't go back to life the way that it was. As much as I wanted it to be the way that it was, it just never could. And I think, you know, I had to find a way to make a lifestyle to be able to stay home with my baby, because there was no way I was going to leave her. And I had to be ready to dream again. So I had to be willing to change. So I'm going to ask you as well, are you ready to build your dream? And the key to success on this is to be open to change. Can we go to the next slide, please, Kim? And, you know, I quickly seen that this opportunity could mean having a financial freedom lifestyle, but I was just grateful to have a baby and to have a healthy, and it was just something that I thought if I could earn a few $100, $900, $600 a month and support my family, then that would be incredible for us, because that would mean that I could stay home with my baby and support my husband a little bit. We had a mortgage, we're on one wage. He was working ridiculous hours, and it didn't really bring me in. But looking back, and I think to myself, why would you not want to create a financial freedom? Even if you're grateful for what you have, it doesn't mean that you can't want more, and more, it's not okay to have more. It's brilliant to have more. And this quote I absolutely love: he who has a why to live for can bear almost anyhow. Can we go to the next quote, please? So don't let a big event like mine shock you into your access and start life the way that it's meant to be, designed by you. Let it come from that inner peace, that inner heart that you have. So this picture is from a presentation that I did some time ago. And this was one of my first few whys. This is the reason why I would sacrifice, you know, my sleep maybe, or some quality time with my family, and get stuck into my doTERRA business. And on the very left there, this is little Sateria. She is our God-blessing, blissful little human being that came and started our healing. Every single day is just an amazing day with her. And next is my husband, Lads. And that photo is with little Sateria, and that is the business that I used to run. That was the day we were packing things up to sell the building, because I was not going to return there anymore. Okay. Then there's the support. So one of my things from the very beginning was I wanted to create something to support miscarried, stillborn, infant loss. I wanted to be able to give back. We had a bit of support. We got photos taken on the day, and that means the world to me. And I wanted to make sure that I could not just let this incident that happened to us go out the window. I wanted to make a change. So I want to create something to support those who have experienced pregnancy loss as well. Okay. This is also my why. I wanted to be able to stay home and nurture and rest and restore while being pregnant, and try to get pregnant, because pregnancy was not something that just came easy into me, to us. I want to focus on getting pregnant. And then the next one is little baby Yana. So until Yana was born, Sateria never left my side. I mean, never left my side. Every single workshop, Sateria was with me. Every single trip, every single diamond club, every single event, I had Sateria with me. And it was a must for my heart to have her there. And this opportunity allowed that to happen. Little baby Yana, when she was 10 weeks old, and bless her, she's our little projector, and she's our teacher. She's absolutely incredible. She's challenging, but she's the best human being. Now, the day that she was born was the first time I'd ever left Sateria alone by my side. And that was a beautiful blessing. She totally completes our family. And that was another reason of my why. Supporting women. If you can see that little picture there, this is there's some beautiful, amazing women in my team. And I really wanted to have a place where women can come together, where they could not fear being heard, where they can share their struggles, where they can share their wins, and they know that there's a place that they can be inspired to dream again, that they can go out and dream and get those dreams warmed up and working for them again. Now, when I started, there was lots of reasons I shouldn't have started, right? I knew I couldn't do this. I knew that it was all too much. It was just my fears. And I had to stop my fears. I had to stop my fears and just let them get out of my way. I was living in grief. We were short on funds. I didn't have just $330 sitting on the side to buy my home essentials kit. I made it work. I had a newborn baby that I wasn't going to leave. And as a lot of you know, newborn babies aren't always that easy. They can be really challenging. I definitely didn't want to talk to anybody. I definitely did not want to do that. And I had no idea about essential oil. It wasn't until the pack got in my home that I started Googling doTERRA and wanted to make sure that it was safe for my baby and my family. But I just got started and I had no time. I absolutely had no time to do this. And you guys, a lot of my team is here, and thank you so much. A lot of you know that in my notes at 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. when I was breastfeeding is when I created my posts about my story with using the oils and how to use the oils. And I didn't know all the things. I wasn't this incredible leader. I just kept on showing up and kept on just doing the little things. And a real decision is measured by the fact that you've taken a new action. If there's no action, you truly haven't decided. So it's really clear to me, looking back, that I had made a decision that I was going to make this work, even if I didn't believe it in my heart just yet, because I was doing the things. I was making little sample bottles. I was creating little posts. I was doing all the things in between that I possibly could. Okay, next slide, please. Now, this is a photo of 2018, 3 years later when I hit Diamond. As a team, we hit Diamond, but it wasn't just like you just got there. I remember back in Diamond Club, I was premier going into silver and I wasn't there yet. And we had traveled, me and my husband, and Satira was 10 months old at the time. We flew up to the Gold Coast. We travelled 5 hours. We did some workshops. We stayed a night somewhere. We travelled 6 hours. I did 7 workshops. I had pretty much all no shows or no enrollments and a couple cancelled. And I remember on the 5-hour drive down to the Gold Coast to get to convention, looking at my husband and just seeing the freeway going past the side as he was driving. And I remember looking back in Satira's face. I took a photo. She was absolutely exhausted. And I just said to him, I'm so sorry for doing this. And I'm so sorry for putting you all through this and you taking all of your leave to come on this ride, on this journey that I believe in to make a difference for us. And I'm so sorry that I've even done any of this. And I truly had a moment where it was, we're going to go forward with this or we're not. And I looked out the other side of the freeway and everything was going by, and I just looked out and thought, there's no other way. If I want to stay home with my child and create some kind of lifestyle and support us financially so we're not struggling forever, this is actually the only way. Like, what other opportunity is going to allow me to work around my child and take her and breastfeed her while I'm doing classes and show up on a call that I'm leading while I've got child crying and feeding? And this is it. This is the only way. And at the end of that month, because I made that decision on that drive, this is it. This is going to be it. It was that moment. It was that moment. It was that turning moment. And at the end of the month, my business went to silver while I was sitting at convention, working on my phone, learning, because I made that decision. So along the way to get to here, September 2018, it was hard. It was really, really hard. Now, this is another one of my whys that you've seen from early on. June 2020, Angel and Mama's pregnancy loss. and Angel is what we named our baby boy. This is a passion and a purpose and a dream that I've been able to make come to life because of the opportunity that doTERRA has given me. And at the moment, I'm creating a signature program for this for other mums who have had losses, who are going to experience losses. So they've got a space that they can come in and connect with each other. So making a change and creating something for yourself and your legacy is life-changing. And you're the person that gets to make that decision. You're the vehicle of where you're going to go from here. But please, once again, don't wait for that moment. Don't wait for any moment. Just believe in your heart that you've got what it takes, and take this journey the way that you want to take it, because it's your road. And doTERRA is so generous in allowing us to be ourselves and running our show the way that we want to run it. So I just want to say big thank you for taking your time to come in and hear my story. I know we all have our own beautiful stories, and it means a lot to me to see you guys here.
I'm going to firstly just say I'm incredibly proud of you for being such an amazing speaker with such a difficult, heart-touching, I don't even have the words for it, Anastasia, if I'm honest, but I am so incredibly proud of you. And I know that everybody that's sitting on our call today is going to have taken away so much inspiration from you, and the fact that even though life has thrown you some unimaginable challenges, right now, today with us, my dear, you are the living and walking example of living your why. And, you know, when I look at your presentation as you're going through it, you know, you've shared all the things, you know, you've got your family, they're walking alongside you. You had a focus to be able to be a support for the people that supported you when you were going through that situation that was just so difficult. We have got some questions here. If you are comfortable to answer some questions, my love.
Yeah, I'll answer some questions.
Well, I'm glad you are.